guys, I don't do a lot of tag videos, but this one really piqued my interest, and it is the secret diary of a YouTuber tag. I have been tagged in some other videos recently, and I have seen some other ones that are quite interesting, and I'll try and do some more in the future. But this particular one, I was like, oh, just sit down and do it, because I've been wanting to do it for weeks. So, question 1, how long have you been on YouTube? And let me just kind of mark where I am in the question so I don't get lost. It has been 4 years and some months. It was April 2010 that I started my YouTube channel, so a while, quite a while. Every time I think of how long I've been on YouTube, I'm like, that's a chunk of my life. That really is quite a long time. At what point do you think you will stop? This is always one of those questions that people ask in kind of Q&As and stuff like that. I don't think anyone knows when they're going to stop, unless it's kind of a finite thing where you're like following a journey, or you're kind of doing like a travelling vlog, or unless it's actually doing something like a pregnancy vlog channel, that kind of thing. Then I don't think anyone really has an end date of I'm going to do this until this time. So I don't know. As long as people want to watch, as long as I keep wanting to make the videos, then I'll keep doing it. It's not something I've really ever thought of. It's something that I feel like I have my blog and I feel really satisfied with that, but there's nothing really quite the same as kind of sitting down to a camera and talking to you. It's just not the same. What is the best thing about YouTube? I'm assuming that's the question. It just says the best thing. What's the best thing about YouTube? Well, the community. The actually being able to sit down and talk to the camera. When I first started doing it, that's how I did all my videos, and quite often I really miss doing that, and that's partly why I did my other channel and partly why I have my vlog channel, which, by the way, I'm vlogging every month, not vlogging every month, I'm vlogging every day this month, which will be linked below as well. But I really enjoyed just, if something had happened in my day, or if something, I remember when we were, and this is not a particularly good memory, but I remember when we were all made redundant at a job that I had a couple of years ago, and the first thing I wanted to do was get home, put down my camera and talk to you guys about it and be like, oh, this was terrible and da 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 da. And I felt like I had a group of people that I could talk to and that were there, that I could talk about anything. And when I was trying to have Milo, I would have, I had like trying to conceive vlogs, that's a thing. In case you didn't know, TTC is a whole community on YouTube, but it's just the idea that I can sit down and talk to a camera, put that on the internet, and there's a group of people that want to see that and interact with me. That's the best thing about YouTube. The worst thing about YouTube is probably the same thing, but kind of in reverse. The same people, or not the same people, but the people that want to interact with you, but in a negative way. And it's only the worst thing if you let it be the worst thing, and it's so stupid. The little niggly things that will bug you, that in real life they would never bug you at all, and it's so not as easy as just saying, oh, ignore them, or do this or do that, because you can't really. And I will sit sometimes and see a comment and have a whole response, and once upon a time I would have responded, and still, even now, sometimes I'm like, it could be something so stupid, and I'm like, really want to respond, and it's so difficult not to, but I find that the easiest way now is to just delete it. The biggest advice I would give anyone that finds that difficult is, as soon as you see a comment that you don't like, and I'm not, you know, I have no prejudice here, if you don't like it, just delete it. And some of them are constructive criticism, but if it's going to bug you, delete it. It's your prerogative, it's your channel. You can turn off the comments completely if you wanted to, but I think that kind of defeats the point. If I had no comments at all, then I'd kind of be like, well, who's even watching? The views don't mean anything if no one comments. But that is always what I do now. I say always. Occasionally I'll slip up. But that's pretty much always what I do now. I just delete. And that's really the only bad thing about YouTube. There's nothing really else. I mean, you know, it's kind of irritating when your equipment fails you, when you sit down to film and everything goes wrong, and you film something and everything's out of focus, or you film everything and then your SD card gets warped, or your computer, you lose everything on your computer. There's so many things that could go wrong with the equipment and the electronics and everything like that involved, the tech. Pull your hair out, kind of annoying, but you deal with it. It's just kind of one of those things. It's annoying. What's the next one? How many thumbnail options do you usually take? Oh my god, so many. I don't take pictures. I did take pictures for a long time, and then I realised it was getting really awkward because I was always having to do like this to hold products or something. Now what I'll do, and some of you may have seen this because occasionally when I've been editing in a rush and uploading, I've left them in the end of the video, and it's always hilariously awkward. So for example, I might do something like this. Say I was holding these shoes, and then the end of the video, and this is what I do, so like at the end of this video I will do something crazy. Might even leave it in for a laugh. I probably won't on purpose, so if I did it was a mistake. At the end of the video I'll do something like this. And I'll like hold the shoes up and be looking in the viewfinder like this at how I look like, posing like this, and then I'll go and pose at the camera, and then I'll screenshot that from my computer, and it's a good size for a thumbnail and blah blah blah. But that's how I do it. I don't take pictures, I just do loads of random things on video and then I do a screenshot, and that's why occasionally you'll see me do crazy things at the end of the video and you're like, why is she doing that? That was my thumbnail. YouTuber crush. YouTuber crush, would this be kind of like attracted to crush at the moment? Well, Chelsea Wares I feel like I've like talked you to death on. I love Chelsea Wares. But Soothing Sister, who bizarrely Chelsea Wares has spoken about in the past and I've never like clicked the link. I don't know about you, like I will mention people and be like, oh, I'll leave their channel below. When people say that, I never look for the link below. Let me know how you feel about that. Do you ever? Does it make a difference, you know, if someone collaborates with someone else, do you ever actually click that link below? Because I don't. It's just me. But the Soothing Sister is my kind of YouTube crush right now. She is beautiful. My main reason for watching people on YouTube is totally aesthetic. I don't generally look for people who have particularly great advice and wisdom. Like Pixie Woo are fantastic, but I prefer to watch Pixie Woo's kind of non-tutorial videos, so where they talk about things that they like or their vloggy kind of videos, because I'm not big on kind of skill and teaching me something. I watch YouTube for entertainment. I want someone that I could basically listen to read the dictionary, or like, you know what I mean, like Chelsea Wares. Let's just go back to Chelsea, shall we? Chelsea Wares, I could just listen to her talk about anything. She could be telling me how to repair a car and I'd just be like, yes, that's great, I'm listening. Everything you're saying, I'm listening to it. I just kind of, I don't know, certain people I could just listen to them in the background of whatever it is I'm doing. Right now, some of you might be like cleaning your house and I'm just like on the side in the kitchen, or I'm somewhere, and that's kind of how I watch YouTube videos. I'm either in the bath or I'm cleaning or I'm doing something and I'm kind of passively watching, and those people are the people I like the most. The people that I can just kind of have on in the background, very chatty, talk about anything, randomly go off on a tangent in the middle of a makeup tutorial. They're the people I like to watch. And Soothing Sister, off on a tangent. Soothing Sister is beautiful, but I also really enjoy watching her videos. So she's probably my right immediate current YouTuber crush, because that's kind of like days new Soothing Sister for me. Who's on your collab wish list? Well, loads of people, but if we narrow it down to more likely candidates, obviously there are people that I've already collaborated with because they are genuinely my friends in real life, and I don't know, I saw in someone else, it was Miss Ali V, who I really like and I would love to collaborate with, but I'm not sure what we would actually do together. Probably something on my less budget channel, since she's very, very much not budget. She's got kind of super designer stuff and her videos are really fun to watch, but I'm not sure what I would collaborate with her on this channel doing. But she was mentioning collaborations and how she felt like they were forced, and I do totally see what she means. I mean, I don't tend to watch a lot of collaboration videos, and I must admit the ones that I've done are probably the ones that get the least views, because people generally subscribe to someone to see that person. They don't subscribe to someone to be sold someone else. And I do collaborations with my friends because it's fun for me, because I like to make videos with them, and while they're here we're doing something that we both enjoy together. So Emma and I will make videos, Laura, Kaz, my actual friends. I mean, Laura and I actually met through YouTube, but we are friends in real life. So did Emma and I never kind of feel like we do, but yeah, it's strange how that happened. But the people that I haven't met in real life, although one of them I have, that I kind of feel like it might be possible that in the future we could meet and we would get on and be genuinely friendly, and I feel like we could make videos that would kind of mesh together, would be Elle from Thrifty Misses and Gemma from Gemma's Maquillage, because they both kind of live not all that way away from me. Kind of geographically it's possible. I've spoken to them both at length on Twitter and I just feel like I get on with them so well. Elle I've actually met once before and she was lovely, and I wouldn't want to do a collaboration with someone just because, oh, I love that person, oh, they're my favourite person, because I feel like I would be in awe of them. Like Miss Glamorazzi, I used to be completely obsessed with Miss Glamorazzi, and I still really love her videos, but I'm kind of more into slightly, I want to say I'm more into slightly more interesting people. That sounds horrible, but you know, you have your kind of like really happy, jolly people. I really like watching those videos, but at the moment when I have the time, I'm watching more people that are kind of more realistic about stuff. People that are more talking about real things rather than being really happy all the time. And there's a time and a place for that, and I really enjoy that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I do tend to come kind of back to reality from time to time, and I'm going through one of those phases right now. So with that in mind, I'm gonna say Elle and Gemma, because, or even the three of us together, because I think we'd get on really, really well. We'd have a beer, watch 30 Rock, make some videos. That would be a pretty good evening. What are you wearing on your bottom half? I am wearing leggings from Zara because I just came home from work. Because, you know, when else am I going to have time to film a video? I just got back from work. How long till you actually click record? I saw this in a different video. Well, obviously it's in every single tag, but I saw this and kind of thought it was a really interesting question. Of all the ones that I've seen of these kind of tags, that was the most interesting question, because I think some people think it takes ages and ages. Maybe you don't think that with me, because I mean, you know, this is my kind of day old makeup with a little bit of lipstick put on. But some people look so perfect in their videos and so polished, and the lighting is perfect and the background is perfect, and you have a candle burning and everything I kind of aspire to be as a YouTuber. I look at those videos and I'm like, oh, everything's so perfect. But in actual fact, for me, I got home with the kids. I actually got lost, if you want to know. I got lost looking for my children. They were with the childminder. I went to collect them from a park that I thought they were at, and there are two parks with very, very similar names. One of them I knew where it was, and then the other one I realised that they were at, and I was like, I don't even know where that is, and my phone was dying and I had to go all the place. I was walking around the park that was the wrong park for the longest time. Anyway, so I did that, I came home, I waited for Lee to come home, and then I came upstairs, quickly put on some lipstick, turned on my light and started recording, and that was it. Prior to yesterday, like I've just filmed a haul, and prior to coming home today, I'd already put some things on this rack so that I knew that they were all there ready. A video like this, a video like where I'm sitting down and talking about questions or a Q&A or an empties, something where things are prepared, there's no prep at all. It's just kind of, I go and get the bag of empties, I sit down and I pull them out and talk about them, or I talk about these questions on screen, no prep whatsoever. Some people take the longest time, and on the one hand I'm like, wow, that's insane, but on the other hand, their videos look so beautiful, it must be worth it. It's just that I don't have that kind of time. It's kind of, I'd probably make half as many videos. I'm really cutting back the videos that I'm making, you may have noticed. Anyway, because I'm wanting to make videos when I have time, and I'm wanting to make videos that are not longer, because this is going to be insane, isn't it? My videos are already long, but I want to make the videos that I want to make instead of kind of churning out like diluted videos. I don't know, I have something in my mind that it makes sense and it's clearly not coming out right. But yeah, I'm making less videos, one because I just seem to have less time, I don't know where it's going, and two because I don't want to kind of force myself to make the videos. So yeah, went off on another tangent. This is going to be 20 minutes long, isn't it? How do you feel about the YouTube community / culture? It's really nice. Recently there was the Blog Awards thing, which by the way, I was nominated for a Cosmo Blog Award. You can do that below if you really want to. There's a little thing where you can vote for me, do me a little solid, thanks. Thanks in advance. Yes, the YouTube community. There was a bit of an uproar because people were talking about how some people had been nominated, that had been on sites that were mean about other bloggers, and it's just a bit ridiculous really. Like, I don't know why there isn't space for everyone, and I don't know a lot of bloggers. I think maybe it's different if you go to a lot of events and you're in the, like, really in the community and you know a lot of people. Maybe it's like school. There are a lot of bloggers that are very young. I feel like I have 10 years on the majority of bloggers, I really do. Because most bloggers are kind of like teenagers or they're in uni, and it's kind of mad to me because I feel so old to be on YouTube. I have 2 kids and it's crazy. But I really want to take a step back occasionally and think, do you know what, the people that are doing this, the people that are causing the drama are younger, and it's kind of, you know, when you're 17, 18, maybe these are the things that you do, and you kind of look back when you're an adult and think, yeah, that was a bit stupid. Yeah, I took that a bit seriously, or I said something I didn't really mean and that might have hurt someone's feelings. And I think along with kind of the click and delete and all that stuff, you have to kind of take everything with a bit of a pinch of salt. But on the whole, the YouTube community is fantastic. I found so many people that I really love to online spend time with, and people that are so supportive. There are things kind of blogging wise and YouTube wise that I know if I've got a question I can ask a certain person and they would give me their honest answer, and I want to be that for some people. I had people when I was first starting out that really helped me with a lot of things, and I've had people ask me questions, and I will do anything I can to help someone, because it's just, especially now, it becomes a little bit vicious sometimes. People really are like, well, if you do really well, then I won't do really well. But there's room for everyone. It's such a huge world, and it's such a huge online thing. I mean, the internet is infinite. There's room for everyone, and I don't see that there's a problem with one person doing well. Just because someone does well or someone wins something doesn't mean that I'm doing any less well. I don't know. The community is so fickle. Sometimes it's great, and some people are consistently great, and some people not so much. We all have our off days though. What is your secret to a successful YouTube channel? Well, I don't know if there is a secret. I don't know if I have a successful YouTube channel. I'm really happy with it. I was massively happy to get 50,000 subscribers recently. That was absolutely huge. Seriously, I remember getting 100 subscribers and being like, it makes me feel a little bit emotional. That sounds ridiculous, but I remember having 100,000. I remember having 100 subscribers and it being the biggest deal to get 100 subscribers. To have 50,000 subscribers, you kind of have to really think about it sometimes and appreciate that that's a huge amount of people. Success is one of those things that it doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing. If you are persistent and you want it, you will get it. And it's true. It might take longer for some people, and I think that in this particular scenario, it's definitely a who you know situation. If you know more people that have got kind of a huge following, then of course they're going to give you like a little help. But you will get there in the end, even if you don't. There are people that I've been watching for a really long time that are growing so steadily, but they are still growing, and that's because people are still buying into what it is that they're selling, I suppose. And if you're selling something that you don't believe in, and you're selling something that's boring the crap out of you because you can't be bothered to talk about it, or you're selling something because you actually want to make money, if you're physically, actually, literally selling something, then you're probably not ever gonna be successful. People start YouTube for all the wrong reasons these days. They start it because they think that they can make a career out of it, and I didn't make a penny for probably 2 of the 4.5 years that I've been on YouTube. So if you were going to do it for that reason, there's no way you're going to last 2 years. You're just not. So that's the only thing that I would say, is to do it for the right reasons, do it because you love it, and if you don't love it, then just don't do it, because it'll come across on camera and people won't want to watch those videos. You can just tell when people are kind of forcing themselves to do it. It's no fun. I'm very conscious this video is insanely long, and my face is getting more and more oily. I'm looking more and more like a mental patient the longer this goes on. I'm like, I keep just catching sight of myself in the viewfinder like, oh my god. Last question, who do you tag? I'm going to tag a bunch of friends in the info bar because I can never remember anyone, and I always forget someone. When I do a tag, I'm like, afterwards I think, oh, I should have tagged that person, I feel really bad. So just so I don't, I'm definitely going to tag some people in there below. But if you want to do it, then do it. Go ahead, it's a really fun tag. I did have a feeling I was going to end up going off on major tangents and just rambling about all kinds of rubbish, because that's just what I do. Give me a little smidgen of a question and I'll War and Peace you to death. But yes, that's it. Laptop closed, makeup is coming off, pyjamas are going on, and I'm going to be going to bed. Not for ages, the kids have got to go to bed soon. But I'll be getting a bath and feeling generally a lot fresher than I do right now. It's insanely warm and stuffy in this room. I don't film in here very often anymore because I've been filming downstairs, so it feels really foreign, but it's a bit dark and my light was in here, plus clothes. If you want to see this haul, it's probably already up on my other channel, and if it's not, it will be up soon. Don't forget to check out all those links below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!